told me to trust him. I did
Yeah,
so.
you're
And
famous for that, right?
he didn't really seem to be
Yeah, you're
trustworthy
really
after that was my
famous.
first time
Didn't
meeting
you
him.
get at the Battle of Lindsay? Didn't you get knocked down and almost killed?
Oh, I've been almost killed many times. Almost every battle I'm in.
Yeah, they talk about you a lot.
Are you bragging
Almost
about
killed though.
that?
How are you not dead?
I'm a very hardy man.
Yeah, I think Sir Donovan the Yellow comes over and is like, "Yes, you are. Yes, you are."
Were you bragging about the almost being killed part?
Yes.
So Sir Donovan is like,
Where other
"If
men
you'll
would
allow
die from
me,
those wounds, I do not.
Sir Sasha, allow me to lead you away from this beautiful creature. My brother would like to speak with you."
Yes?
All right, so he like gathers you away and takes you over to the Silchester side of the room, where Sir Blaine's, the steward of Levkamagus, the Black Knight, is waiting for you. Let's see what everybody else wants to do while you're being pulled away.
This is Winter Court, or is this
Summer. Green Court,
summer?
technically.
Okay.
Pentecostal feast.
So as Robert is uh, the huntsman, right?
Yep. Yes, but that's only in Salisbury. You're currently in London.
Oh, we're in London right now. Okay. All right. So then, would we have had a chance to go hunting before we came here?
Probably not.
Okay.
You could go hunting during the year if you wanted to.
Hmm. All right. Okay. So who all are here again? I was thinking of who Robert might want to speak to.
Brastius and Ulfius, the king's bodyguard and diplomat, are here.
Okay.
It sounds like a number of Silchester knights are in attendance as well. Two knights you also know, Sir Alac de Carline and Sir Lane de Carline and Sir Thabert of Marlborough are both here.
Okay.
Aurelius would like to speak with the diplomat.
Yeah. Yeah.
on
Robert.
the-
That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Okay, the both of you approach Sir Ulfius, Duke Ulfius, and he says, "Ah, Aurelius and Robert, is it?
Yes,
my
my
lord.
lord.
Have you been serving the Pendragon well? Seem to recall something about Merlin. What was the relationship between you and Merlin again?"
We have condemned him, my lord.
Oh, right, of course. You're the ones who condemned Merlin. Well, it's good that you did. I never liked him much anyway. I'll admit we were close once, but his druidic ways, they're not right.
Yes.
Well, I have news from afar. The king says we should seek alliances with the other great kings of Britain, but they will not answer the call of victory. It will be a hard year.
Perhaps we may speak with old Roderick, and we may attempt to seek. We may attempt to petition some of these other kings.
So
Is there
Ulfius
news?
raises an eyebrow and says, "Weren't you on the embassy to Malahut, Sir Aurelius?"
Yes, my liege. That is part of
know
what
how
we
that
came
one
to
ended.
inquire.
Yes.
What is the state of Malahut and the Saxons in that region?
So he looks over at Brastius, and Brastius is like, he says, "That is not information I can share with you."
Very well, my lord.
Make an intrigue roll real quick.
All right. Nope.
Yeah, you critically fumble that.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
so
Should I make one as well, or is that?
I guess you can, but you weren't on the embassy run.
Oh, is it for the embassy? Yeah, then I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so
Yeah.
like he looks like he's about to say something to you, and then you're like, "Oh, you want to talk about the embassy real quick?" He's like, "No, I don't."
May I attempt as well?
You didn't come over.
Eh.
Yeah, you're not talking.
You could come over later if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Because I do want to know about these Saxons who have threatened to kill me.
Okay.
Yeah, they have kind of a personal interest in you.
Did take the name Trumpert the Saxon Killer.
No, I
Did your
didn't.
brother Sermon Sermon the Saxon Killer?
Yes, that's not me. Why do you just make everyone hate Chompyard?
Because you like to collect titles like Pokemon.
You give them. You give them out
Okay,
like
so
badges.
Aurelius and Robert, after you move along, I guess Trumpert is the next in line, and of course, you have a very similar conversation where he tells you, you were at the envoy, you know exactly what was about, what we're trying to get everyone on our side. You can make an intrigue roll. So he leans in close and says, "State of affairs with Malahut is not good. We're going to be seeking alliances with Estragales. If we cannot ally with the North, at the very least, we can have the West support us."
We'll see. We will need allies in the coming battle. The
Sir
Saxon
Robert, that's not a question he would answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
a Saxon chieftain himself threatened my life.
He says, "Oh, really? Which one?"
It was Gormain the dragon. Germain.
Germain the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I've heard he has a voice like a man who hasn't had enough to drink. They say he rapes a dozen women every day. That is a good man to have as an enemy. Perhaps a very bad one.
Well, thank you for sharing your information.
Yes, of course.
I'll be on my way.
All right. Anything else the rest of you would like to do? All right, we're gonna cut to Sir Sasha real quick. There's a rather distraught-looking Sir Blaine's who's like, "Sir Sasha, I'm glad you're here. I need someone I can rely on, someone trustworthy, someone with experience in the ferry.
What is it you need?
Can I count on you and your discretion?"
I'm honest where it counts.
So he leans in closer and says, "So Sasha, I'm afraid that my sister has been taken into the realm of fairy. You may have noted a number of women disappearing lately. They say that some knight of trees is guarding a magical portalway into a meadow where they take the women, and they're never seen again. I need someone to go there and defeat this knight, permanently. Can I count on you? They say that you're a man who can take his blows."
I'm a man who can take my blows, but this knight you're speaking of, I may have already met this one. In a standard duel or standard
You're still
joust.
alive, though.
I
You're
did not.
exactly who I need.
You want me to more than just try to duel her? You want me to?
Her? God.
Yes, it was a very strange place.
Very strange indeed. Who would let a woman be a knight?
You should come along and see for yourself.
No, I have much to do in Stilchester. I'm the steward of Levkamagus, you know.
Well, given my prior engagement with her, though I could probably take a man that you saw it fit there, I could not probably best her myself.
I see. Very well then. I will have to send my brother in my stead. Perhaps I will travel and leave him behind. I thank you for your candor. Are there any tips you can give me to defeating her?
Don't underestimate her, nor her armor. Though thin, it is quite sturdy.
A woman wearing magical armor. Indeed. It will be an interesting fight.
I'll also
Very
give
well.
him some tips about how to get through the portal and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. He seems a little disappointed you didn't offer him any more help, but you're not one of his knights, so he can't call on you for anything. Okay, is there anything any of the rest of you would like to do? Nope.
That's good. That's about it.
All right. Time to move into a major event.
Ooh.
Uther needs an ambassador to deliver a message to King Canaan of Estragales. Earl Roderick volunteers the four of you and your attendant knights and squires and wives to travel there and act as his ambassadors. Will you accept this high honor, knowing that there may be some danger of Saxon interference?
With all my
Who's our
heart.
current honor knight?
Oh, we didn't do the honor at the end of the session to redo.
I know it's not Sasha, but Sasha will defer to that person.
Oh, who's the most glorious? It's almost certainly going to be Robert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should
Robert's
probably just
ahead
go
by
ahead and.
several thousand.
Why don't we go ahead and just
How
type it up?
much honor do you have?
Much glory?
Yeah.
Not that much. It's actually you guys have caught up quite a bit. Getting married. 5903.
Yeah, I thought I was put in charge just because of, let's see, my.
Oh,
Uh,
the Rat.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Did Aurelius pass Trump yet?
Oh my.
Just barely, yeah.
Uh-oh.
How so? What
Got
did you get
married.
so much glory from? Oh, man.
Because at
He just got
877, and I have a lot of traits above 16.
You married is primary factor because, yeah.
Yeah.
So Sasha, where are you at?
Oh, I'm still below 3,000 or 4,000.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hmm.
They'd like to put Sir Robert in charge of this,
All right.
but Sir Trumpet, you could demand leadership of it.
No.
Certainly within your right as a bannerman.
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. Sir Robert, will you take this opportunity?
So Sir Robert says, "I accept this charge, my lord, for the good of
Okay.
the kingdom. May the Lord Jesus Christ watch over our mission."
So who do you guys bring with you? You've been asked to bring pretty much everybody you can.
Robert will ask his companions if they wish to bring their wives, for he shall not. For having known the loss of a wife, he shall not ask them to risk theirs.
No.
But he
Um,
should. But he shall
well,
require them to bring their squires and their.
Since my brother was just married, I don't want to take him from Puparina too soon. But my half brother Drew, now he's free.
I think I will leave Lady Iona. I've had too many wives die on me, and I'm really attached to her.
Wait, I'm missing something. We're supposed to bring our wives.
Yes.
I missed something.
If you want to. Apparently Robert's telling you can leave them behind.
Wait.
What is
So-
the purpose of bringing the wives?
Diplomatic embassy.
Yes,
Ella-
I feel like Ella. That is a good spot for her.
I will bring my wife.
Okay.
I trust Ella to be hardy enough.
All right.
Yeah, he doesn't. No big loss there if she happens to die.
It's actually gain for me.
So, well, you'd actually lose a couple manners, right?
The prospect of marriage again is.
Of course. Of course. Why had I not realized that? Sir Robert, you're approached by Sir Thabert of Marlborough, who says, Sir Robert, I know you commanded the garrison before I did at Intigel Castle. Might I have a moment of your time?
So Robert says, "Certainly." He says Sir Marlborough, right?
Sir Thabert of
So
Marlborough.
say Thabert, yeah.
We spent almost 2 years together.
Sorry, I'm not good with names. Okay, yeah. So Robert says,
So he
"Certainly."
looks at you kind of suspiciously and says, I was going to ask you to take on my squire, or my son as a new squire, if you could support him.
he says. I am already supporting one squire, though.
A man of your stature, no one would look askance at you having 2 squires.
Though if he's a good lad, then certainly it would be my honor to squire your sons at Haven.
Excellent. His name is Broeth. He is 16 years of age and strong of arm. See to it he does not die in battle, sir, or I will be rather upset. That being said, I have heard that you often enter the deepest parts of battle and come back out alive, so I would like to see him gain some experience so that when he is knighted, he is not one of these spring knights. You know, you've seen him, I'm sure, knights with no battle experience that simply pop out of the weeds every time there's a party.
That is most wise, sir. I shall do my very most to care for him and train him.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. You ride out through Clarence to the border.
Just as I knew that it shall be a tough road, and I shall not be overly kind to him because he's your son. I shall require him to perform all the duties to his full ability.
Excellent. All right. You ride out through Clarence to the border. You cross into Gloucester. Uh-oh, we're losing somebody. Kroama. We're riding to Gloucester, then you saw Stonehenge and decided to circle it a couple times. Everybody had to get out to pee. Try to keep making jokes while we wait for Kroama to get back, but... My face! It's horribly covered by the giant black marker that says there's a problem with this call. The call and its problems.
Ugh.
Alright, let's try calling him back.
So,
That was a noise.
so we're going through Somerset right now.
You're going through Gloucester.
I'm just trying to find it on the map, or is it not on this one? Ah, bigger map.
Uh-oh.
Not picking up.
Oh. Yeah, we are getting some white noise. I don't know where that's from.
Not seeing him in Roll20.
He was in Roll20 until just a second
Oh,
ago.
there he is. Looks like he's coming back in.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna have to restart
Internet
the call.
stuff.
Alright, cool.
Oh, excellent.
Alright.
Just my internet.
You ride to Gloucester, where you are met by knights of the Dukedom of Estragales. The Duke of Estragales interviews you, asking your purpose, and then sends you off with his 2 sons, the twin bannerets of Glevum, as an escort to the court of King Nanteliode in Carlion. The twin bannerets are identical in appearance, but quite opposite in behavior and dress. One wears only red, the other only green, and their entourages do the same, so in that they are known only as the red banneret of Glevum and the green banneret of Glevum. Even their actual names have been forgotten over the years. They appear to hate each other and are always arguing. Which set of people do you ride with? Each of you can choose individually to ride with red or green.
I'm gonna ride with green.
Green as Crusher of the Green Halls, of course.
Don't we hate that guy?
Crusher of the
I
Green
guess I'll.
Halls. My nephew hated that guy. I got him laid, basically.
I guess I'll go for the red.
And Robert
Color.
shall go with the red as well. So his thinking is that we may learn much of both parties.
Okay?
Yeah.
I guess everyone can make an intrigue roll while you're moving and
All right.
get a little map here. So this. I went from Gloucester through Escavalier
success.
towards Cardiff.
Man, you're much more lucky on your lower skills, it seems, Aurelius.
Okay, anybody that succeeds gets a check to intrigue as you learn more about the battles between the green and red knights, green and red bannerets. We are getting some sort of staticky interference from somebody, by the way. I don't know who it is. Did everybody just check their mutes real quick, and we'll see if we can figure out who it was.
Can be mine.
Anosh,
Yeah,
is it you?
I hope not.
Mute for a
real
second.
quick? It's not you. Kai, can you mute real quick?
Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still hearing it after I mute.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's nothing too bad,
I
so
wonder if it's me. We'll find out.
yeah. Yep, there
Did
it
that-
went.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Might be my fan. Alright, can you guys still hear it from here?
No. Not hearing anything.
Okay, good. What about now?
Yes, I was hearing something for a quick second.
Balls.
I
Alright.
think it might have been me because I unmuted.
Okay.
I can't hear anything, but I was muted the entire time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you learn that the red and green bannerets are obviously twin brothers, but when they were young, the green banneret got the lance and the red banneret got the sword when they were playing at a dinner table one day, and their father was like, "Hey, what do you kids want as weapons?" And the green banneret poked the red banneret in the eye, and ever since then they've been hated enemies. And they often go to battle and raid each other's manors, going back and forth. But their staff is all 100% loyal to each side. And so when they raid a manor, the people leave the manor and people from the other side come in and take over the manor. So it's a very strange relationship they have. You travel across the border and on to Carlion. Carlion is an old Roman city that has seen better days, typical of Roman cities in Britain of this time. The kingdom's stronghold is a converted Roman fort. At Carlion, you're met by an old friend, Sir Elaine de Carlion, who bears a coat of arms similar to that of the King of Escavalon. You haven't seen him using this particular coat of arms before. Normally he's rode with a shield with no markings. Sir Elaine greets the bannerets politely and welcomes you, saying, "Knights, I remember our time in Cornwall well together. Underneath Sir Thabert of Marlborough, was it?"
Indeed, my sir.
Yes, yes. Though, of course, I wasn't ensorcelled by Merlin at that time. I jest, of course, I jest. Sir Elaine de Carlion leads you to the hall and to the king. The King of Escavalon sends a messenger to Salisbury as soon as you arrive. Sir Elaine is often the one sent to keep the progress of the Earl updated. King Nantiliode is a middle-aged man who listens sagely to the advice of counselors and messengers, questioning them about their purpose. He says, "So, the four of you, you're Roderick's men then. I've
Yes, we
heard
are.
that you are here to deliver a letter and negotiate on behalf of the King of Logres.
We are, Your Grace.
May I have the letter, please?"
Certainly. Robert pulls it out and he approaches and he bows low and presenting it up. He holds it up with both hands
Can you make
while
a
he's.
courtesy roll?
Yes.
Excellent.
Boom.
Okay, yeah, you succeed. He looks over the letter and says, "Do you know what this says?"
Nay, my lord. We were
We do
simply
not know.
instructed.
Yeah, go ahead.
"We will have dinner tonight. I wish to know more about Logres. The Countess Ellen of Salisbury and the Saxons. We'll speak more on this in a few hours."
Yeah. Robert bows again. He says, "Very well, Your Grace."
So this guy is basically like episode 1 Palpatine, is what he looks like. So he just stands up and kind of wanders off aimlessly into one of the hallways, and Sir Elaine is like, "Please come with me. We have rooms prepared for you in the diplomatic wing."
Very well.
That night, you're summoned to dinner with King Nantiliode, and he says, "So, how is Logres' days? I heard that the winter was hard last year."
It was a hard winter, my lord. The many things are rough in these days.
Was that a reference of some kind? He like looks over at Sir Elaine de Carline and is like, "Is this some sort of sexual joke that I'm not getting? I don't understand these young men these days." Sir Elaine is like, "No, that is simply Aurelius's unique way of speaking. I have often heard that he likes to stand up before men and put them to sleep."
Yep, it's a special skill of his.
So King Nantiliode is like, "How is the Countess Ellen then? Some years ago I briefly thought of pursuing her, but after I saw how violently Earl Roderick clashed with Sir Blaine's, I thought the better of it. I'm quite happy with my wife and my 4 mistresses."
4.
Yes, I know, a small number in these days, but one can't afford to be too careful.
She is in good health, my lord.
And the son, what's his name? Sir Robert. Well, just Robert for now. How is the boy doing?
He is in good health. Last we saw him, growing a strong, healthy young lad.
Ah, excellent. Excellent. And you, I'm afraid I don't know much about the rest of you. I have heard of Sir Robert, however. Yes, they say that he is a epic battle commander, slays many men. Survived the sea raids, wasn't it? And he was at the Battle of Lindsay.
So Robert nods. He says, "Yeah," he says, "I have been at these battles, yes. And I have survived them. Though many great men perished, it was fortunate that the Lord watched over me, that I may survive till this day."
They say a few years back you fought water leapers on behalf of Merlin. Is this true?
Robert nods. He says, "Yes."
You have
The
a lot of
most
experience fighting the fairy, then.
we have some experience. We have only recently ventured into ferry, though we were stopped by a most peculiar knight, a lady knight in strange armor, who was most skilled in battle and defeated me quite easily, bringing me with an inch of my life, in fact.
He looks over at Sir Elaine de Carline and says, "Is he jesting with me again? A lady knight? Who's ever heard of this? Are you mad, sir?"
It was another world itself.
Truly, it must be strange. Yes, many women throughout Esquivalan have been disappearing of late. Seems it is the same across all of the kingdoms. Very odd occurrence indeed. Well, the hour grows late. I will have Sir Elaine send you westward tomorrow. Over the next few days, you'll tour my kingdom while I decide what to do about this letter of yours.
If there is any further information we may offer your grace, you have only to ask.
No, you are dismissed. So he says that while you're in the middle of your dinner. What do you do?
Oh, Robert will stand.
Stand and bow and
In
withdraw
the
to our
middle
quarters.
of the dinner, we're dismissed.
Yep.
Stand, bow, go to quarters.
Yeah, it's not hospitable to stay and eat when you're dismissed.
So let's see here. Sasha, what's the opposite of temperate?
Indulgent.
Indulgent. What's your indulgent?
Oh, I wish I was playing Rook because he would stay like hell.
Yeah. If you're indulgent 16 or higher, you need to make a roll
No.
here. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, you're fine. Everybody gets up and goes away. No problems. Sir Elaine de Carline leads you westward the following day. You cover miles quickly and reach Cardiff. Then later you stay at Newcastle in the Nain. And finally into Caen Kinedon. The next day you are met by guards from Estragales. The group takes you, the messengers, and escorts you to Carnathan and Lilker, where you await word of the king. Finally, you journey 3 days to Pembroke Castle on the Milford Haven. At Court Pembroke, King Canaan, king of Estragales, interviews you and receives your letter once more. That night at the dinner table, you meet by King Canaan's bodyguard, Sir Orcus. He says, "Hello there, I'm Orcus. How are you?"
Pleasure to meet you, Sir Orcus. I am Sir Aurelius, and this is Sir Robert, our leader, and Sir Trumpet and Sir Sasha.
For those
Robert.
wondering, here's the path you took.
How do you fare, Sir Orcus?
I am well, Sir Robert.
And your lands?
Better than that Saxon bannerman you killed, eh?
Robert laughs.
Ha 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 ha.
You seem quite exhausted.
Wasn't that me? Again. Is Robert taking credit for more of my things?
He didn't take credit, he just laughed.
He says, yes, many think that I am exhausted all the time. No, it is simply a condition of the sea winds here at Pembroke. I am not feeling well.
Sea winds.
As long
I
as it's
shall-
nothing more than that.
Indeed, indeed.
I shall pray to the Lord for your swift recovery, Sir Orcus.
As long as I am here in Pembroke, I shall not recover anytime soon.
Perhaps then it would be even better for your health that your king would aid ours in this fight against the Saxons and ally with us. You should have opportunity to travel from Pembroke.
He's like, looks at you for a moment, then it goes, ah, ah, ah. Yes, That was a good attempt at political maneuvering, sir. Very blatant, though. Very blatant.
I only state the obvious.
So he just
What other news from the neighboring kingdom, Sir Orcus?
he's like turning away from you, and you talk to him again. He's like, and turns back towards you. He says, the neighboring kingdoms. To the north, we have no fear of the Saxons. They would have trouble getting through the mountains, and even were they to make it through there, our levies would stop them. Our men in Carrickinen practice day in and day out at mountain combat. We probably have the most prepared peasants in all the land.
Robert says, that is most impressive. Perhaps we should also be inspired by and train ours more frequently and harder.
You'll
What of the-
excuse me, Sir Robert. I'm very tired.
Very well, sir. Do rest well.
So, the embassy is stalled for several days. You have a number of more awkward meetings with Sir Orcus, where he is generally very tired and does his best to not speak to you. Sir Orcus offers to take you on a hunt after a week, as the king continues to be busy and refuses to send for you ambassadors.
Awesome.
You will go on the hunt?
Yes.
Of course.
Alright, that's a good place to pick up for next time, because the hunt is going to be pretty involved.
All right.
Okay?
Oh, I thought we still got like 20 minutes left. Okay, cool. We
Oh,
can wrap.
give me a break here, man. 20 minutes? We're not going to run a hunt in 20 minutes.
Aw. You go longer. I'm well rested.
You're well... Yeah, you woke up 2 hours late.
Yeah.
I feel like we're playing World of Warcraft. You show up, you're like, yeah, man, I'm well rested. I got double XP right now. And everybody's like, well, we just cleared all the trash mobs. Alright. So that's this week, guys. I need an episode name for this. What do we call this one?
Pure business.
No, I don't think this is a chunk. I think we might call this The Marriage of Aurelius.
Yes.
That was a pretty central focus of this one. I'm trying to name episode titles now, like bosses. I like
The
chat.
strange love life of Sir Aurelius.
Next time, when Robert dies, it's gonna be a sign
What?
of the times.
When Robert dies next time, thanks.
Not Robert. Roger the Second.
Roger the Second. So another child.
My third son died.
Yeah.
I only have my fourth son, who was just born.
The chat says, "Excuse me, Sir Robert, I don't give a shit." Which is kind of what Sir Orcus was trying to say.
Yeah.
All right, so to give you guys some ideas here, we're going to pick up next time with a hunt, finish the embassy to Estragales, and then we'll be entering year 495, which for those of you that follow the King Arthur legend is extremely significant. So maybe those of you at home need to break out your Mort to Arthur if you're a loser, or your Once and Future King if you're a winner and awesome. Or just read a general collection of Sir Arthur stories, because they're all good. Like the Green Knight. Alright there, Green Knight. This is my homeboy. Alright guys, any parting thoughts before we end out the night here? The squawking of birds. Alright. Thank you for joining us once again for another wonderful night of Pendragon. We will be back next week during APCon. We'll be live streaming throughout the con. So check us out then while we get our bling on and murder lots of people in combat. That's a thing that's probably going to happen. I'm actually surprised nobody died tonight.
I mean, did we have any combat tonight?
You could have. You got out of the.
Oh, the
You
Sax.
got out of
Oh.
the embassy before you were stabbed to death in your sleep.
Yeah, Well, that wouldn't really have been combat and more just plain out murder.
Well, you say murder, I say combat.
you say stalking, I say following around every moment.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty decent way of looking at it. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. Join us then. Gonna get into